How you doing, kids?
We clap.
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, good.
Why are you asking kids how they're doing again?
That's
Why
weird.
is he asking if I clapped or
You
not?
you actually can't ask kids how they're doing by state of law in PA.
Nobody clapped.
I did clap, TJ.
Dog, how
I
about
did
you
clap.
mind your own freaking business? Because I know my boy right here knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He
look at him.
literally clapped.
Look at him.
Just in case.
Okay, you don't trust him either?
Just in case.
You don't.
I can literally back up and you can see the clap.
Just in case.
You want to clap too? Oh, wait, you can't.
Wait.
So how about you shut up?
What happened up there?
A lot happened, okay?
Oh, you screwed up.
A lot freaking happened. Okay, I don't know how I feel, what I feel. Boys, as we go through this list.
Oh, come on. You're
That's
disgusting.
because you keep coughing on me.
literally disgusting. man.
Joe literally coughs on me like 8 times a day.
I do not. Why would you throw me
You
under
coughed
the...
on me like 4 times before the video started.
All we strive to do
No, I
here
didn't.
is be professional. And this is how we show up today?
Okay, boys.
Are you serious?
Okay, boys.
Are you serious? Oh,
sorry.
my God.
Okay.
You're peeing in my Cheerios, dude. Come
You
on.
don't even eat.
Look, we got a list of 32 teams we need to get through.
Hold on.
We're going to try not to talk too much about the bad teams.
Good.
It's easy to talk about them because it's fun to make fun of them.
How about them
Jets all the way at
Jags?
28?
They stink.
Okay.
They're the worst. They just stink the most.
Boys, by the way,
I can't breathe.
this is the last week of the power rankings. There's no more power rankings after this.
Thank
Is that a
God.
clap-worthy
Like
thing?
next
Yeah.
next week at this time is going to be our playoff bracket.
We move on to brackets.
There's no point of power rankings anymore.
Spell
So this is the
bracket.
last one. This is the grand finale. Actually, wait.
You could do one going into the playoffs if you really want to.
I could. But we could just do our brackets.
You're right. You're right.
We'll figure out how we're going to do it. I kind of wanted to do a video where I compare my
Oh, yeah?
my tier list to my final power rankings.
We should
so-
compare your first,
Yeah.
week 18 to
Yeah.
week number 1.
We should. 18
Yeah,
to
that's
number
what I
one.
mean. Yeah.
You said
What
tier
did you
list.
said something completely different.
I said tier list.
Yeah,
But,
that's
like I
not
made a
at
tier
all
list.
what this
Well, I
is.
made a tier list.
Nobody
because-
cares about that video.
But here's the
cares about
thing,
this
though. I made a tier list before any games are played. The power rankings were the first one was week 2, so that was after games are played. That's why I recommend
Here's
that.
the thing is...
So, anyways, Jaguars,
Suck.
worst team in the NFL. There is no question
Lost
about
by
it.
40 points. They're done.
There is a front runner though, like a team that's been chasing them for a while, and that is the Giants.
Yep,
They're
Giants
awful,
stink.
especially without Daniel Jones.
Your
Mike
favorite bad
Lennon,
team.
bro.
Huh?
Mike Lennon, bro.
Okay.
Mike
He had
Lennon.
negative
Give him some
passing
respect,
yards, bro.
dude. Negative 10 yards. That's impressive.
You had more passing yards than him, Joe. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, I already made that joke. But anyways, okay. They're awful. Saquon Barkley did somehow hit 100 yards.
Are they still your favorite bad team?
Not really. My favorite bad team right now would have to be the Chicago Bears. They haven't looked too bad this month.
Oh,
What
shit.
about the
haven't-
Jets? Jets
What
haven't
about
looked
the
too
Jets?
bad this month.
Just a
They
little-
literally gave a game away on purpose because they wanted a better draft pick.
Exactly.
Can you blame them?
But they could have beat the Bucs.
I don't blame them.
They did what they wanted.
What are you trying to say? What do you mean they did what they wanted?
If they wanted to win that game, they could
would've
have
won.
Oh,
that
you're
game.
saying they controlled it from beginning to end.
Yes.
You look like a baby bottle.
Okay, so at 30 is the Texans. They lost to the 49ers. They were not able to put up points again.
Yeah.
Let's just be real for a second. They need a quarterback.
Who?
And a whole lot of other stuff.
Yeah,
The
a
Texans.
whole lot of money.
Who?
The Texans.
All right.
Think they could use AB? And
They
he
could
could get
use,
them up.
they could use so much
Hey,
right now.
AB
They need a
hasn't
running
been cut
back.
yet, by the way. So he's still...
He's not getting his hair
I
cut.
feel like they're strategically doing that so the Steelers can't pick him up for Week 18 for just one last run with Big Ben and
Why
AB.
would they do that?
That'd be kind of sick.
Why would they do that?
That'd be
Good.
kind of sick.
All right, so Lions, little reality check because they've been able to cut games close lately. They play Seattle, who's not really a great team, and get stomped on. Seattle put up a
29
ton.
points.
Yeah, but Seattle put up like 50.
Yeah, 51.
51. Jets. I don't know. For some reason, like I was thinking about this one way too much. I didn't really want to bump up the Jets, but at the end of the day, all these teams are bad.
Hey.
They competed against a really good team, a top 5 team, in my opinion.
Remember when you said you didn't want to talk about the bad teams?
Yeah, well, we got to talk about them a little bit. I'm not just going to like not talk about them. I'm just
No,
gonna,
you don't have to.
Okay. But we all know they're really not a great team. Panthers. They keep losing.
man.
They're awful.
They have a-
They're honestly
Remember that
awful.
hot streak they had at the beginning of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They suck.
And TJ convinced all of us they were a legitimate team, and then they brought Stephon Gilmore in, and then I was like, oh, wow. And then they started losing like
suck.
crazy.
Yeah, they have like three quarterbacks in a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolute mess.
It all
They
started
need
to
a
go
quarterback.
real downhill whenever Cam Newton came back.
Right.
You think
But
about
he
it.
is
Everybody-
back. He is
people are-
back.
He's back. I'm back.
That's the meme of the year right
It
there.
should be. I don't even think it's a meme, but it should be a meme.
It should be a meme.
It should absolutely be a meme. I knew that.
I hate that guy.
I knew that was going to happen as soon. I love that. Okay. Bears. Not having a terrible month.
But
No one cares.
Not having a terrible.
have they won?
Oh,
Yeah,
beat
they're on a
Seattle.
2-game win streak
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Oh, yeah, they
Beat Seattle, and then they came in and beat the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good. Great teams. Great teams.
Fantastic.
They've
job
cut a
there.
lot of games close.
Great
also,
teams they beat.
not great, no, but you can't. I mean, they're better than the teams below them, are they not?
I don't care.
Okay. Chicago Bears. Truthfully, like,
Oh my god.
I know they're at 26, but they're impressing me a little bit. Like, they're overperforming my expectations of them,
They did
which
beat the
probably isn't
Seahawks.
saying much. Who
Dude.
just put up 51 points.
Yeah.
At 25,
Against
the
the
Atlanta
Lions.
Falcons.
Good number.
They moved down one.
They lost.
Here's the thing about the Atlanta Falcons that I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Very good at beating average to mediocre teams.
Mm-hmm.
Their best win this season, arguably, is against the Saints. The Saints are out of the playoffs right now.
Mhm.
Like, that's their best
Hey, they
win.
can still make it.
Yeah.
They could still make it. They've gotten blown out by good teams. Like, but I've looked back at the schedule. They've gotten blown out by good teams.
Yeah.
But they're very good at, like, beating average. Like, they're very good at beating average and mediocre teams.
What more could you ask for, you know?
Well, I mean, that's why they have 7 wins.
No, you're right.
Like, which is impressive.
Yeah.
And their record could be worse, but
And
they
crazy
found a way
enough,
to get it
our
done.
away record this season has been like phenomenal. And I don't get that's
Finally
kinda
won a home
weird.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So despite them losing, because I was going back and forth: Bears, Falcons, Seahawks. I didn't know how to rank them because the Falcons lost, but I'm kind of more on the Falcons side. But they
Yeah.
lost. They almost got doubled
Yeah,
up
it
like
was
at
too-
the
it
end of the
was
day.
Two really good team. I mean,
Right, and it was to a good
Yeah,
team
yeah,
also.
yeah.
But like Bears and Seahawks won. That's why I was like putting me in a kind of a weird spot. I ended up last second putting the Seahawks over the Falcons.
just because of the win.
No, Seattle
That's your favorite
hasn't.
bird.
Huh?
You like the bird better than the falcon?
That's really dumb. Because the Seattle
Definitely
bird looks
not.
stupid.
You don't like
Definitely
Falcons more than
not.
Falcons?
I would definitely like a
You
Falcon.
don't like what more
the
than
Hawk.
what?
Seattle hasn't had the worst month. They beat the 49ers.
Yeah, it's a pretty good win. Divisional win.
Lost to the
that's a win.
Bears.
They did lose to the
Lost to the
Bears.
Bears.
Again, close game. I mean, I'm not trying to talk them up like they're anything great.
And then beat the Lions.
Lions. I don't want to go back and look at their schedule. But
They suck.
Russ actually had a good game for once. And I know it was against Detroit, but he was actually able to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, against the Lions, yeah.
So maybe
Oh, they're back, baby.
I'm not trying to start speculation
back.
on whether or not he's like
these teams.
back.
They're back to make a push.
Okay,
February
Washington.
2nd. February 2nd. What? They're announcing their new team name on February 2nd.
Oh, yeah.
Groundhog's Day.
If
Are they
it's
going to
not
be
a
the
freaking
groundhog?
groundhog? We're making a video on this. If it's not a freaking groundhog, we're
The
protesting.
Washington Groundhog.
First of all, that's stupid that they would pick a groundhog, but now that it's on Groundhog's Day, it has to be a
It
groundhog.
has to be.
Washington.
Watching groundhog.
Does anybody even know what Groundhog's Day is besides us here in
They
PA?
have to.
The Washington
You think?
Punxsutawney Phil.
Do you know?
Let us know.
Did they know
Oh,
Groundhog's
absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Because
Day? Do they wait for Punxsutawney to come up just like we do?
Because then they have to wait.
I can't believe that thing hasn't died yet.
Bro,
It's magical.
They have to wait for 6
I
weeks
could
of
tell the
winter.
it
weather.
can't die.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It literally can't die.
They drop it on air.
They
one
say it
time.
on the Today Show. They air it. That's
So
that's,
everybody watches
Well,
pretty sure,
Punxsutawney
yeah.
Phil from PA.
Well, it's to see if they have 6 more
I
weeks
thought
of
that
winter.
was like a little. I thought that was a stupid thing from us losers here in PA.
You know, people watch the Steelers in other states too, right?
Yeah, but it's Punxsutawney Phil, my
Heinz,
guy.
Heinz ketchup is everywhere.
All right, whatever. If you guys know who Punxsutawney Phil is, let me know. I'm genuinely curious. Please.
It's the first most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania.
Wow. Yes, he is.
Fine,
That
good.
was a good joke, Joe. I like
It's not
that.
a joke,
the
it's
second most
facts.
famous groundhog.
That is
in
true.
Pennsylvania.
All right, Washington,
No one
23. They keep losing. Another team, like, they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They need a quarterback.
They
I
need
don't
a
know,
lot of
this
things.
thing's pretty bad too.
What's up?
They need a few things.
At this point, we might as well make a video
They need a.
listing everything every team needs.
I mean, they need a couple things. feel like this team's not too far off. Like
Condoms.
quarterback for sure, another wide receiver. Their defense is all right. I mean, maybe
Gibson
another piece in the
running back.
secondary. Well, linebacker. I don't know. But anyways, they
Chase
are where they
Young really
are.
didn't do anything this season. I mean, he got injured, but even
Chasing
before
youngins.
that,
Yeah,
he wasn't a huge impact.
that's fair. Well, last season he was.
Last season,
This
he was.
season,
This season he
no.
wasn't.
Last season's a pass, dude.
Browns, biggest disappointment this
They
season.
suck, bro.
They are the biggest
There are
disappointment
people
this
saying
season.
that Stefanski is setting up Baker for failure.
And what, how?
To get him out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, like making
Why
him play?
was he in the game? Right, they're out of the playoffs. His whole left side is
They
dead.
don't care about him.
The whole left
I mean,
side
that
of
is
his
true.
body
If
is
they-
dead.
if they did
Case
care
Keenum
about him, they would-
isn't even that bad.
Nope.
Like, and they're
Right.
not playing for anything.
they're
So
playing
why
for anything.
wasn't Case Keenum playing?
I mean,
They'd
the
rather
only-
keep Case Keenum healthy than Baker Mayfield.
That's what I'm saying. People are like saying like, oh,
The only argument you can make is
why was
they.
they're saying Nick Chubb wasn't playing that much. They're like, Kevin Stefanski's like, screw you, Baker. Hope you get in.
The only argument you can make, I mean, you're 100% right, and I wouldn't even make this argument, is that they just want to continue to see Baker because they're so unsure of him.
Yeah, but his whole
They
left
don't-
side's dead.
They wanted.
I know, so
They're
it's not
making
even
him worse.
fair for
It's not
Baker.
fair.
They were trying
They
to.
maybe conspiracy theory. They're throwing him in. They know he's going to do bad, so they can pay him less because his stats are going to look a lot worse.
the winning record.
Mm.
I thought they wanted a winning record, so
They
were
did
trying to-
also say they wanted
But
a
Case
winning
Keenum
record.
could have did that probably better than Baker would have with how injured
Yeah,
he is.
no.
Well, maybe
Yes.
then maybe
Yes.
they
I mean,
trust him.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably. But do you think?
I
to
agree
start
with
the
that
backup?
statement. I agree with that statement only if they would have played Chubb the entire time, and they didn't.
That's true.
And Chubb gives them a way better chance to win than Baker
Yeah,
does.
I don't know. I don't really care.
I don't really.
They
Yeah.
suck.
Baker
Yeah,
stinks.
I genuinely wonder what could happen in that Steeler game if they would have just handed the ball off to Chubb. He was averaging 7 yards
Yeah.
a carry in the first
Yeah.
half. I mean, that's a lot of yards a carry. That's
Oh,
almost
yeah.
a first,
Fair
we're,
enough.
like nearing a first down
Instead,
every
they
time he
killed
touches the ball.
Baker. How many
Congratulations, Cleveland. Y'all suck.
Okay, Broncos.
Ben still owns you.
They've been playing with Drew Lock, but I'm still going to drop them off because
Oh, they stink too.
Teddy Bridgewater still isn't that good. So, I mean, like,
No.
he's definitely better than Drew Lock.
Yeah. Well, clearly. Yeah.
But
they brought him in for a reason.
Did you like more Teddy or Baker?
good question, Joe.
That's kind of tough, actually. That's tougher than it should
For
be.
like a short term, I would say Teddy. For long term, I would take the chance on Baker.
Multiple year
I hope
deal.
that answered your question. Yeah, multiple year deal. Yeah, like I said, I'll take a shot on Baker for the Steelers next year. I wouldn't be upset at it.
I would too.
I wouldn't be
Imagine
upset.
dropping
at
a team 6 places at this late in the season.
They're posers. They're
He moved-
posers.
he moved
They
a couple of them thought.
there's a lot of jumping going on here. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean,
There's a lot of
teams are traveling. They put their backpacks on. They got their suitcases and they're moving up. They're moving down.
Yeah, Dolphins, y'all suck. Y'all made me look like a fool.
Nah.
I try to believe in you guys. You guys suck.
Joe, you're a man of character for admitting that. But they let you down pretty hard. They definitely
Oh, big
did.
time. Big time.
Yeah, but that was one game.
It was one game. It was one really. So here's the thing. You have to go one of two ways here. Either the Dolphins are posers or the Titans are really legitimate. And you don't think they're really legitimate because you barely had them in your top 10. You didn't even have them in your top 10.
Yeah, but they're a top 10 team.
But you didn't even have them in your top 10.
I did.
Until
I made the switch.
until that was like a overtime switch. Like you barely had any time left. Like you needed a 3-pointer. Your foot's on the
Dog,
line.
I said I've been thinking about putting
Don't
them at
bring
number 10.
basketball
And then
into
I
this.
you
said,
didn't
yeah.
even mention it one time until like the very last
Because
second.
you say every time I
the fact. Okay.
every time I try to mention the other teams I want to put in the top 10, you say, "Oh, you ruined it by putting it right there because now we know they're not in the other top spots."
that- fair
so
enough.
I waited till the
That's
end.
true.
Fair enough.
Suck it.
Fair enough. The fact you even had to contemplate it though should say a little bit.
No, it doesn't say anything. The Titans are a good team. They're in my top 10. There's 32 teams, and they're in my top 10. They're a pretty good team. The Dolphins,
It's
they should be down
crazy.
6.
Is it
One
crazy how TJ and I have switched on the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, kind
is
of,
kinda
actually.
I'm not hating on them.
Anyways,
Seems like it's almost.
I'm not saying you're hating on them.
Dog, they're in my top 10.
Were they at?
I mean, but like, is
10.
10? How respectful is 10? Because you're talking 10.
They're not 10. They're 11 because you were gonna put them.
No,
in
no,
10.
no. I
Exactly.
switched them to 10.
Now you switch them to 10.
No, like in the video, I said I switched them to 10.
I can't tell if you're trolling them right now or
I'm
what.
really not. That's the thing.
We literally just talked about this.
Dog,
for
you
3
saying,
minutes.
are you saying the top 10 teams aren't, like, you're saying the Cowboys aren't a good team? Do you
Well,
have
I'm
them at
saying
number 10?
once you're like right around that 10 spot, I'm not going to
No, the 10 are the 10 best teams in the NFL right now.
Your top 10's interesting to me, but we'll get there.
Thank you. Okay. So, yeah. So, Dolphins.
So I'm right.
I hate to say it. I know the 7-game win streak was nice and all. You're not the real deal this year.
That was one game.
Okay. So, where do you have them at, TJ? How high do you want me to put them?
16.
Actually, just tell me the teams that are ahead of them right now that you would put the Dolphins
Vikings.
ahead of.
Or no, wait. Or I would put the Dolphins ahead of these teams. Vikings,
Okay.
Saints, Ravens.
Okay.
Not the Steelers.
I consider it. But I don't know.
mean,
Probably not.
It's fair enough to say. I'm not going to argue it. I mean,
Yeah,
if,
but like,
you got to. Everybody just has to remember.
Why do you think the Ravens are better than the Dolphins? What have the Ravens shown that prove that they are better than the Dolphins?
I mean, they have almost the same record.
Oh, so
First
this
off.
is a record thing now.
Oh no, I'm.
You said
They've
the
been
whole season.
playing with a backup quarterback.
Who?
The Ravens.
Exactly.
And I know that they've lost and they haven't had the best month ever, but every single game has been competitive, and they've played some pretty good teams too.
Yeah, but they don't get it done. They were the biggest. They were in the playoffs, and then they went.
I'm not even going to argue because I don't think the Ravens are a good team. I haven't thought they're a good team from the beginning of the year.
I called
So you
that,
put
by
the
way.
Dolphins under them.
I got a bold prediction. I'm so good with bold predictions. Anyway.
Yeah, the Dolphins are really good bold prediction.
All right, yeah. We're talking long term.
I didn't know we were talking about it.
Vikings.
I don't either. That's why I brought
The
that up.
Dolphins should be at 20. That's what or at 17.
Vikings. Obviously, they're out of the playoffs now. They had to play with Sean Mannion at quarterback versus the number 1 team. They were destined to fail.
They must have had immaculate reception part 2.
Oh.
They pretty much did. Imagine recreating that play, like spending like 45, 50 minutes recreating it, and then your whole recording getting corrupted.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Because I think
Story
I
of my
was-
freaking life.
Story
punch
of
anything?
my life.
No, I sat there in silence for about an hour contemplating my life
You should
and
have.
what to do.
Apparently you're here, so I guess
Yeah.
you turned
Still
out
here.
well.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right.
Next
They
one.
weren't able to establish a run game or anything
No.
to help out the quarterback. They're playing with a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
They're playing with the best team.
playing against the Packers.
I mean, at the end of the day, they do have a losing record. And TJ, to be fair, I would definitely consider putting the Dolphins above the Vikings.
Cool.
Aw.
Saints go up 2. By
For
beating
beating
Saints
the
go
Panthers.
Well, here's the
Panthers?
fact of the matter. The Saints have been, I don't want to say under the radar, but they've been in contention, competing. Their defense is good. Their offense is not.
No.
It was very interesting. They were not able to run the ball whatsoever against the Panthers.
That's what you said.
And this is with Taysom Hill at quarterback. This is with Alvin Kamara back.
Oh, yeah.
Taysom Hill actually ran the ball more times than Alvin Kamara did.
You know,
They were not able to run the ball at all, and yet they still came away with a win, which is probably just shows how bad the Panthers are. Truthfully.
Why did you just say
Truthfully.
that? What is wrong?
Okay,
with
so
you?
why did they go up 2?
Come on, dude.
Why did they go up 2?
Yeah, put the Dolphins above them. That's stupid.
They win.
But you just said it was because of the Panthers, not because of them.
Didn't the
They couldn't-
Dolphins just beat the Saints like 2 weeks ago or something like that?
Yeah,
They did.
dog. You have your
They
list
win?
in a twister, dude.
And a blender.
You put random number generator and then the
You
Dolphins
use a
give
random
20.
number generator for everything, okay, TJ? So first off, shut up.
You
Second
said
off, I've
Dolphins.
never done that.
Brrr, 20. Okay.
Whatever. Not too concerned.
And let's move the Saints up too.
Sean Payton.
Oh, he plays.
Good defense. Marshawn Lattimore. Cam Jordan. Good
Against-
linebacking core.
Oh, but it's against the Panthers.
Everybody likes to look at the Saints, and just because their offense isn't there, they're just going to say that they're a bad team.
Yeah.
I still think.
Defense matters.
Yeah, so does offense.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that, but the Saints' defense is actually
Taysom Hill's
pretty good.
31 years old. What position does he play?
Dog, Tom Brady's 44, and he has a chance to win MVP.
Yeah,
He's
that's crazy.
13 years older.
That's crazy.
31 at quarterback's like nothing these days.
Yeah, so you should definitely have the Dolphins a little higher.
Yeah, but is he a quarterback?
Posers. They haven't beaten
Okay,
anybody.
Well,
Dog,
but they
you-
beat
Yeah,
two.
but-
They beat some of the teams in front of them. So it's kind of like the Saints ain't all that.
The most impressive thing that the Saints did all season was beating the Buccaneers twice.
Yeah.
Which,
That
I
was
mean,
nice.
That's pretty
a
freaking
good
impressive.
feat, but again,
Yeah,
it's a division
I mean, the fact you
rival.
even bring that up, I mean, that's one of the most impressive things I've heard. That's really impressive.
Yeah, but it's almost
That's
the
incredibly
Jets,
impressive.
The Jets
You
pretty
just
much
said how
did it
good
too.
Sean Payton is, and how long has he been in the division facing the Buccaneers?
I mean, just
Couple
long as
years.
he's been there. What do you mean?
Exactly. So I mean, like Sean Payton knows the Buccaneers.
Yeah, but the
like back of
Buccaneers
his
have
hand.
been the Buccaneers have been an awful organization before Tom Brady came in. They haven't done anything. They've never been a threat.
Yeah, exactly. And
And now as of last year,
the Buccaneers almost lost to the Jets. If it wasn't for the Jets pulling back, the Buccaneers would have lost to the Jets. I don't think the
but the
Buccaneers
Buccaneers
are this
You
powerhouse.
crapped on
team.
me for putting the Bucs so high after losing to the Saints.
how many weeks ago are we talking here?
Well, you had him at
Whatever.
number 1 then. That was kind of weird.
Well, so yeah.
You can say they're interchangeable, whatever. The Saints right now literally have a chance to be in the playoffs. It's going to take, I'm not going to say a miracle, but it's going to take quite a bit.
A miracle, yeah.
I mean, 49ers have to lose, I think, and they have to win. I think that's it. It's not that crazy. And they're a playoff. They could be a playoff team. They shouldn't be a playoff team. They shouldn't be a playoff team. They could be a playoff team with a little bit of help.
I don't see them winning any game in the playoffs if they make it.
Oh, heck no.
Me neither. Do
Heck
you see
no.
the Dolphins winning a playoff game?
Yes.
I don't.
They have a better
No
chance
shot.
than the Saints.
No, I don't.
Absolutely. They have a better shot than the Saints do.
They're not going to win a playoff.
But they have a better. If you put if the Saints
First
and the
off,
Dolphins
it's two
played
different
off,
divisions. It's NFC and AFC, so they're going to be
Super Bowl.
going up against two completely different
yeah, but
opponents.
if the Saints and Dolphins played right now again, I have the Dolphins winning.
All right, you can have the Dolphins winning.
Let's hear good things that you have to say about the Ravens.
The Ravens.
They suck. Well,
I've pretty much been on your train the whole year. I didn't say they're going to miss the playoffs, but I expected
did.
them to be
Nah.
third best team in the
Nah.
division
Nah.
behind the Browns and the Steelers, and then the Ravens, and then the Bengals. So my
Well, if we
whole
beat them, we'll
AFC
be better
North
than
was
them.
completely
It's
messed
swapped
up.
pretty much.
The only one I kind of got right was the Ravens, to be honest with you. Well, I guess the Steelers are number 2.
Are they number 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they'd be.
Because they're 8-7-1.
Yeah.
Ravens are 8-8. Bengals are number 1. So my 1 and 4 actually flopped, which is kind of weird. That's really weird. What do you want me to say about the Ravens?
Tell me how
They-
they're better than the Dolphins.
You want me to tell you how they're better than the Dolphins? They've actually beaten some good teams. They've competed, and they've been close nearly every single game, minus the Cincinnati Bengals, who have blown out more teams than I think anybody this year. Truthfully, they have blown out so many teams, and like the
Blown.
point differential is astronomical. They've been playing with a backup quarterback, and he hasn't been winning. I fully understand that. But they're competing again, like, really well.
And the Dolphins aren't.
I'm not saying that they're not. I'm
Winning
saying they're
7
posers.
games.
I'm saying that they're posers.
They're devil's advocate. The Dolphins beat the Ravens, and that started the Dolphins.
The Dolphins beat the
win streak.
Ravens. The Dolphins did beat the
Another-
Ravens.
Another team they beaten. Huh.
Whatever. You could say what you want.
Huh.
I'm not saying that, like, a lot of these teams, you got to remember, there's categories here where a lot of these teams can be absolutely interchangeable.
So you agree?
No, I think the Ravens are a better team. If the Ravens and Dolphins played each other, whether they had Tyler Huntley or Lamar Jackson, I'm picking the Ravens.
Ooh, but wait, didn't they do that?
TJ, this is like 2 months ago, dog. This has no relevance at this point.
Imagine being like, hey, we'll skip over the bad teams, and then slightly better teams that are still eliminated from the playoffs, we spend 20 minutes on.
Depends if it rains or not.
I'm pretty sure you said you would have switched the Dolphins and Ravens earlier in the video.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you did, because
said
then Joe said, "Aw."
no, I didn't. I said that for the Vikings and the Dolphins.
I think you said the Dolphins and Ravens.
I didn't. Okay, you want to put
Replay,
it? I'll
come
put a
back to
slap
it.
on the line. I'll put a slap on the line.
I don't want to
Face slap. You slap me with your right hand. That's your dominant hand.
Oh,
You gonna
hey.
wimp out or what? You gonna accept?
Did he not say that?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. he said
I
it.
remember the one about the Vikings. I don't remember about the Ravens.
Come on,
Pretty
let's
sure
do
I
it.
heard Ravens.
Come on, shake on it.
No,
Slap. One slap to the face.
no.
Because you're wrong and you know you're
I don't
wrong.
really give two craps, but it's just funny that you
'Kay.
jumped them that low after losing one game after a 7-game winning. Well, they're posers. Okay.
16.
I'll put the Vikings below the Dolphins. I'm going to keep it at that.
Oh, Andy said the
Oh.
Ravens.
16 Steelers plus 5. This is
Hey.
one that I
plus 5.
Okay, well here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay? So, being a fan of a team,
Yeah.
I will admit that I'm extremely emotional about the team.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, so you're going to see the plus 5, and I really believe that's because I dumped them off hard after they lost to the Chiefs. Like, I dumped them off hard.
Yeah, 'cause they
hard.
stink.
They're not good.
Okay,
don't
but
hate
you
it.
weren't saying that whenever they played their game versus the Browns, though.
But you see how bad the Browns are?
Or did the
They made
Steelers
him
make
look
them look bad?
No.
I mean, Baker got sacked 9 times.
He got sacked 9 times.
Yeah.
He did.
Isn't that not credit to the Steelers?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but again, with a depleted
The
Browns team
Steelers'
that had nothing to
offensive
win,
line, which
it-
is awful, performed. They performed for Najee Harris for the first time.
They
Yeah.
performed for Ben's last home game.
But
Which, again, is a good win, but up 5 because of that?
Well, where should they be?
he said he dropped them last week.
The
hard.
reason why it looks so bad is because of how far I dropped them after the Chiefs loss.
I would have him maybe 20.
20.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I would still have them above the Ravens right now, probably. I mean, we beat the Ravens, and the Ravens just don't look good to me at all.
I would probably have Saints 16, Dolphins 20, Vikings 19.
Weren't you hating on the Saints, though?
Yeah, I hate the Saints. I'm a realist.
But you'd even
though.
have them higher than I have them?
I would. Yeah, based on this rankings, yeah. Mm.
I thought you hated where I had them because I had them too high.
Just because
at 18.
they have the best shot of making the playoffs. That's the reason why. And I would think.
But does that make them a better team, though?
If the Steelers played, I think the Saints would win. That's what I'm basing it off of. I could see the Saints beating the
So just
Steelers.
because they have a better shot to make the playoffs doesn't make them a better team.
Because
It
I
just-
think the Saints have a better chance of beating the Steelers than the Steelers have of beating the Saints.
Yeah, I strongly disagree with that, actually.
You think that the Steelers would beat the Saints?
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
what about their defense that you just said was so good?
The Steelers' defense or the Saints'
No,
defense?
the Saints defense.
The Steelers can't move the ball to begin with.
Exactly. So
I
if they
think
have a
TJ
good
Watt-
defense,
It's a real
TJ Watt's
defensive
all they need
game.
to beat the Saints, dude.
I mean, they're going up against Taysom Hill. They could force turnovers and
Yeah.
they'll get so many sacks.
Taysom Hill and Elvin Kamara, which the Steelers' run defense has been last in the league.
Last in the league, yeah.
I don't know.
But
I
the
just think
Saints just
plus
don't-
5 for a win over the Browns whenever it's Ben's last game. I think that's a little big.
The Saints just don't put up points.
Do the
Yeah,
Steelers?
No.
No, this would be a very low-scoring game. I definitely think the Steelers will win that game, like without question.
I don't know.
I feel pretty confident about that, but hey, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Raiders at 15. I don't really like the Raiders,
I don't either.
but you got to give them some respect
Yeah.
because they just got out of a
Beating the Colts?
big, huh?
They beat the Colts.
Yeah, big
It's a big game.
emotional victory versus the Colts. And they gave themselves a chance to be in, which consists of them winning this next week, and they're in the playoffs. Right? Versus the Chargers.
What do they win or tie?
Well, no,
Yeah.
I thought if the Colts win, Colts are in.
Because the Chargers and Raiders.
I don't know.
Somebody can't tie.
I think it's yeah. If they I think the
Oh,
Chargers.
maybe the winner of that game's in.
The winner of that
If
game
the
is
Colts win, then the winner
in.
of that game's in, I think.
Yeah. The winner of that game is in.
And I guess if the Chargers and the Raiders tie, they'll both have the same record, and the Raiders will have the game over the Colts, so the Raiders would go in over the Colts. I think that's how that works.
What, if they tie?
I believe so.
Well, no. If the
I
Colts
something.
lose and then those teams tie, then the Steelers are in.
Yeah.
No.
Or
No,
if they don't,
don't
okay.
tie, they can't
okay,
tie.
Okay.
No.
If they don't tie. Okay, that's fair.
Let's go Jags.
Oh my gosh, you're showing up in clown costumes to the game. The Jags are going to get smoked.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
You're
put
boycotting.
my money where my mouth is.
I hope you do. I can't believe the Raiders are where they are.
Well, you put them there.
No, I mean, they have a winning record. Yeah.
They've been through a lot this season.
They've been through a lot, yeah.
I think. Yeah.
You hear Coach Jim Harbaugh might come and coach the Raiders next year.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, he says
I'd love to see
Ravens.
him back in the NFL. I liked him.
Yeah, he kind of gave up on the. I mean, he seemed like he really
Yeah,
gave up on the
Harbaugh.
NFL.
Yeah.
He's not the
Jim-
Ravens coach right now?
That's John
Jim.
Harbaugh.
Oh.
We're
Old
talking
49ers
Jim.
No, he didn't
coach.
give up on. Well, they gave up on him, and then he got kicked out for whatever reason, and then he went to coach Michigan.
He seemed like he
No,
gave me
Hey.
the vibes that he felt like he didn't fit in the NFL and felt like he fit in college way better.
I disagree.
I mean,
Really?
what- he
Because
was
his
terrible
success in
with the
college is
49ers.
great. Not this. I mean, he made it to
in
a
the
Super Bowl.
NFL, it was great. He went to like 3 NFC Championship games and a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was the Colin Kaepernick days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just got the vibes that he enjoyed college way more.
I think a lot
And
of people.
fit
I
in
mean, I didn't
It's a-
follow him that much after he left the NFL, so I don't know. But
I mean, he turned.
he didn't want to leave the NFL.
In my opinion, coaching college.
No
would be a lot
team, no
more fun.
NFL team would. I
They
find it
prob-
hard to
Michigan
believe that.
probably asked him like for so much, or gave him so much money that he would be stupid not to take it.
Fair.
He could have went to a crappy NFL team, or he could have went to Michigan and made probably more and with a better team.
Where does tuition money go?
What?
Nothing.
Where does tuition money go? Is that
That's
what
what I'm
you
saying.
said?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's what I
Think about it. Where is it going?
In rich people's pockets?
Yeah.
Amen.
Anywho,
14 Eagles +2. This is a one and done team in the playoffs.
man,
No, yeah, I agree. It's just funny.
Although they might play the Cowboys, which I'm kind of interested to watch that game.
That's like the best case scenario for an
That's the
entertaining
best
game
case
if they
scenario.
play the Cowboys,
Yeah,
without a doubt.
that's the only shot, in my opinion, that the Eagles have to make it to the next round.
Right. I completely agree. Impressive to see what they're doing. I'm very impressed to see them. Yeah.
man, you're
I-
sweet. I don't know. I mean, I don't love them, but I'm not going to count them out immediately saying they're one and done.
But you don't even like Jalen Hurts, though.
I don't.
Do you see them beating the 49ers?
It could happen, yeah.
Do you
I
see
could,
them
I
beating
could
the
see
Cardinals?
that. I could see an upset. They're a team that could pull an upset.
Wow.
Yeah. They're a team that can pull an upset.
I mean, they're a team that showed that they can put up a lot of points at times. They've had a couple 40
I don't
point
like
games.
them that much, but
Yeah.
they could pull an upset.
Guess we'll find out.
I guess
They're in.
so. I mean, any team that's in
So-
the playoffs can pull an upset, though.
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
wouldn't say
I mean,
that.
but
like, I'm sorry. If the Steelers make it in the playoffs,
well,
I don't
okay,
see
I'm
that.
talking about teams that are in the playoffs right now. I mean, there's only so many teams that you can call it an upset because they have to be a wild card team to call in an upset. So there's only a few upsets that could actually happen.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one of them.
I feel like any other team you could say the same thing. I would say the Eagles have the least chance of any playoff team to make it to the Super Bowl.
Say,
Oh,
well,
yeah. They're not making it
sure.
to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. I'm saying giving them one game, if anything.
Fair enough. All right, whatever. I mean, I don't see it happening, but hey. Chargers stay in the same spot. They had a win that they needed to have. They turn it around. They're very oh, what's the word for it? I mean,
Inconsistent.
yeah, I mean, inconsistent is the right word. What-
Shaky.
Whenever they look great, they look great. And then whenever they look bad, they look freaking bad sometimes.
Yep. Yeah. Lost to the
jerseys, though.
Texans, 2 weeks ago?
So, yeah, they have a big game versus the Raiders. I'll probably be picking them to win, but I don't know.
Yep. The Chargers beat the Raiders earlier in the season, correct?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't
That's
remember
that's the
either.
one thing I'm trying to look back on, and I cannot remember. 49ers drop a spot. They did win. This is one of the weird scenarios where it's just like a team had to get bumped up. So the 49ers kind of went down. It was impressive. I liked what they did with Trey Lance. I'm not even going to start talking about Trey Lance like we did before, but
I
hey.
poop myself.
I will say, I feel like since he's gotten a full game in, that they might start throwing him in a little bit more.
He got a full game in once before this season.
But he had a full game where he looked good and he looked comfortable. And the past month or so, whenever Garoppolo's been in, Trey Lance hasn't touched the field. He hasn't touched the field.
There's a reason for that.
It's been all Garoppolo.
All right.
But now with that game in,
You're tripping, cuz.
All right, what? Because you don't think Trey Lance would hit the field at all?
Dude said, I'm not going to talk
In the
about
red
it.
zone.
Well, yeah, but now you guys just got to let me talk and then just not mention anything, or else I'm going to have to
In
back
the
up what
red
I'm
zone,
saying.
he might come in.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He hasn't
He
done
did that. He did that beginning of the year. Then he hurt his knee and he was out for a while.
And he hasn't come in like 2 months. Like, he hasn't been in the game in forever. It's been all Garoppolo. And now that he's in, he's back, and he's had some playing time, all I'm saying is I expect him, if he's not starting, to take snaps away from Garoppolo. Which at the end of the day could be a bad thing because you could ice Garoppolo up.
Ice.
I hate when you look at me like that.
Me?
There's no, Joe. There's nothing I would like more for Trey Lance to start a playoff game for whatever reason.
Yeah, because you want to try to just be like, oh, I told you so.
Yeah, because you guys have been hating on me for that. And all that I'm saying is there's
you think that he could start a playoff game is
how is it that far out of the question that he could start a playoff game? I'm not saying he's going
he
to.
hasn't played, dog.
He just played.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, one game.
And what if he plays?
Okay, so he
week
played
18?
one game, beat the Texans. Now, okay, he's ready for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Joe, he played in week 17.
Oh
He looked good.
Okay.
If he has a
All right.
great
Yeah,
game in week 18,
my God.
there's going to be questions in the media. Everybody's going to be talking about it. Everybody.
Yeah, because
and
it's the media.
And you're blowing it off
The media
as if
needs
it
something
has
to talk
no
about.
chance
Yeah,
to
sure,
happen.
that's a story, but it's not going to happen.
Okay. I can't win.
It's not going to happen.
All right, whatever. You're wrong. I mean,
No, I'm really not.
So
you're saying if
put
he
a
has
slap-
a great game in week 18.
Put a slap on the line.
No, because I don't think he's going to.
Then what are you arguing?
What are you
for?
arguing for?
If he has a great game, and I said this 100 times, I said it in your video. If he has a great game in week 18,
Okay, put a slap on the line. If he has a great game, that'll start.
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that
What
everybody's
are you
going to be
saying
talking
then?
about it.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
because
You're
it's the
saying-
media. Of course, we're going to talk about it. It's something to talk about.
Yeah, of course we're gonna talk.
There
about
is
it.
a chance, though. There is absolutely a
I'm
chance
so lost.
he could start a playoff
lost
game.
where
you
you're
trying
at
to say?
right now.
Are you saying that he's gonna start? Or are you?
I'm saying it could be like a 50-50.
There's a
if he
chance
has
it might
great-
rain today. I don't know. Like, what are you on about?
You guys suck to talk to sometimes.
Put a slap
well,
on the
what
line.
do you? I can't tell what you're on.
You put
here.
a slap on the line.
I don't care. I don't care if Trey Lance starts.
It's significant.
Okay, then put a slap on
It's
the line.
incredibly significant.
Joe said he would do it.
Yeah, sure.
Colts at number 11. They dropped 5 spots. I don't understand, like, why
That's heavy.
you guys are making the big deal out of Trey Lance. I'm bringing it up that it's going to be a huge news story.
No,
Why are you yelling?
That's not what you said in the beginning.
That is what I've been saying from the beginning, TJ.
You're saying that he if he plays good, he's gonna start. That's what you.
Literally, no. Look back at your video. I literally said it's going to be a huge news story.
No one here's arguing that. It's
Bro,
gonna be a
whenever
news
you
story.
said guaranteed to start, I said no. I said no from the beginning.
No one here's arguing that it's
What's
gonna
that?
be a news
Look,
story.
look.
Yeah, you guys are because that's what I've been saying from the
I don't
beginning.
know what you're saying, honestly.
no
I
chance
can't tell what you're
whatsoever.
saying.
We're
Yeah.
saying no chance he
I
starts.
thought you were saying that there's a chance that he is the starter.
don't know where
a
he's
decent
at.
chance
That's
he's
what
the
I'm
starter.
saying.
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
But I don't know what you're saying. I actually don't know what side you're on. I really don't.
There is a chance he could be the starter if he has a great week 18.
and we're saying no.
Yeah, you guys are saying there is
Yeah, but-
literally no chance.
Correct.
Which
Unless
is
Jimmy G-
completely
But
wrong.
I can't tell if you're saying
Which
this
is
gonna be a
completely
news
wrong.
story or
Yeah.
if it's actually going to happen.
Yeah. What is it? A news story or is it gonna happen?
I'm saying you don't blow off the fact that if he has a great week 18
I am
game,
blowing.
that he could have a chance to start in the wild card of the
But he
ball.
doesn't.
We're saying he's not.
All right, you guys are wrong because there is absolutely a chance that
Okay,
he does.
Then put a slap on the line.
I said there is a chance.
But you're already saying we're wrong.
CHANCE.
Wait.
But you're already saying we're wrong. Meaning that you think he is going to start.
Yeah.
Because you're saying we're wrong, saying that
there's
he's
a
not going to
chance
start.
that Mason Rudolph gets signed by the Cardinals and starts.
That'd be crazy.
No, there's literally not.
There is. There's a chance.
I bet you $1 million. But if he does, then you owe me $100. That's it. By next week,
What fun is that?
What?
I'll give you $1 million if he gets signed by the Cardinals next week. But if he doesn't, you owe me $100. That's worth the
Call
risk.
up the Cardinals organization.
Yeah.
I'll give you $500K.
I'll give you $1 million
No, that's no
because there's no chance.
right.
But if you told me that
No,
for Trey Lance starting,
there's a chance that it
if
does
you
happen.
told me that for Trey Lance starting, I'll accept it in an instant.
Yeah, because
Because there's actually a chance.
No. Yeah, if Jimmy G gets hurt, sure.
All right, put the bet on the line.
put a
$1
slap
million
on the
to
line.
me if Trey Lance starts in the wild card. If he doesn't, I'll give you $100 cash.
Wait, so you're going to give me $1 million if he
You
doesn't
give me
start?
$1 million if Trey Lance starts in the wild card, because you said there's no chance. If he doesn't start, I'll give you $100 cash.
Yeah, that's not worth
It's
it.
$100.
Exactly,
dude.
because you
Joe.
know there's a chance.
There
It's
isn't.
$100.
If
There
Jimmy
is a
G
chance.
There's no. Nobody would take that
If
bet
he's
for
hurt,
anything.
if he's hurt, doesn't count.
That bet doesn't apply for like anything, dude. If you were saying like it's gonna rain within the next 5 days, I'll give you.
There's a
$1 million.
chance. That's all that I'm. That's all that I'm
I'm
literally
still not
saying. And
taking
you guys are making it out to be like some
I mean,
craziness.
Yeah, there's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance of it happening, but it's highly unlikely.
How unlikely is it?
I think it's 95%.
He's a
percent
rookie
chance of it
that
not
has played
happening.
2 games, and you're going to put him in a wild card game.
But Garoppolo,
He has no
Has been-
playoff experience.
And he hasn't
Okay,
even looked
well,
that great.
No.
The 2 games
there
he's played.
comes a point where a player is going to have his first wild card game or his first playoff game.
Correct.
Like everybody.
when there's a
when he
better
played,
option.
like Ben, he played 13 games, won all of them, by the way, and then he went into playoffs.
Right.
He had a whole season.
No playoff experience.
He had a whole season, though, to play.
Everybody.
So you're saying Trey Lance is as good as Ben Roethlisberger
Mac
was his
Jones.
first season?
Mac Jones.
I'm saying
had
Trey
the whole
Lance-
season to play.
Trey Lance
That's different.
is better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
At some point, he could be, sure, yeah.
He's better than him right now
Then why isn't he starting?
because they had a game plan for Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. Some teams go about it differently. They start Jimmy Garoppolo season 1 while Trey Lance is doing all the learning that he possibly can.
Because to be honest, since Trey Lance was injured, Jimmy Garoppolo has been pretty decent for the 49ers.
But he hasn't been. He's had good games, but he has cost them a lot of games. He's cost them a lot of games, and he cannot win a game by putting the team on his back.
You could say that about
Trey
Carson
Lance
Wentz.
gives them a chance. About Carson Wentz?
Yeah, you could say the same thing about
Yeah,
Carson
I know.
Wentz.
Carson Wentz
And he's
is the
starting.
reason why the Colts have no chance to win the Super Bowl now. I'm realizing that. Carson Wentz is holding back the Colts. They have one of the best rosters in the whole NFL. Carson Wentz is holding the Colts back.
It's aggressive.
That's bold.
Frick.
Battery's done.
Carson Wentz is holding the Colts back. I don't think there's any question about that. There's no argument. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
We'll do a poll. I want to know the percentage of people who think that Trey Lance had what percentage chance.
What percentage chance do I have?
How do you
him?
want to word this? Because I don't really know.
I give him a 30% chance to start.
Way too high.
Okay.
That's way
so we'll
too
do
high.
a poll.
That's way too high, dog.
People that think
That's
that
way
Trey
too
Lance has
high.
30%.
Look
It's
at
a
me.
70% chance for Garoppolo to start. I don't understand how
There-
that could be way too high.
There is a poll in the link of this description. Let us know. Go click on it and vote. Will Trey Lance start? Or
Again,
does he have a
I'm
chance, or
making
whatever
it clear,
is?
and I have made it clear that I don't think he's going to start.
It's weird. That's like me saying I don't think it's gonna rain today, but there's a chance it could.
You're fighting.
Yeah, but that
you're
has
fighting
literally
this
no
too
relevance
hard
to
not
anything.
think he's
Because
gonna
you
start.
guys are fighting back. So
Because
I'm going to back
why?
myself up. You guys are making a big deal out of a situation and a comment that I had that literally wasn't that crazy at all.
It was.
It really isn't. See what I'm saying right now? That's why. That's why.
So
I'm
you
backing
think-
myself
okay,
up.
Here, I'm gonna
because
try to-
what you
I'm gonna
guys
try
are
to talk
saying,
through this.
you specifically, is
Yeah.
ludicrous.
So, do you think Trey Lance would have a better chance of winning them a playoff game than Jimmy G would?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
How what percentage? Trey Lance
That
has
is
what
blasphemy.
percent chance to win a playoff game?
Trey Lance has what percent
What
chance
percent
to win a playoff game?
Yeah,
I mean,
100 being the absolute best, 0 being the
It
0%.
really does- like, I mean, it depends on who it plays. I
I'm
feel
just
like
trying to
Trey
see how
Lance gives them a slightly better chance than Jimmy Garoppolo to win a playoff game.
So would you say?
Well,
it's like
here's the main
50-40?
thing. Here's the main thing that I would like to say.
Yeah.
Trey Lance gives the unknown, the unexpected, that he can maybe come in and take over a game himself.
What fantasy you living in?
Garoppolo cannot and will not do that. He has not done that.
So is it strictly just the chance that he could do something on his feet?
No, because he has a cannon of an arm.
Hey,
Hey, Jimmy G did it against the Bengals,
Garoppolo
though.
is a conservative
You're conservative.
Safe pick. Trey Lance is the risk, the boom or the bust.
I'm not,
Hey, Jimmy G, though, don't forget that Bengals game, though. That was a big one. He did a lot that game.
Okay,
we got to get this video moving, dude. we're on one camera.
All that I'm saying
At this point,
is Trey
okay.
Lance has a chance. And you guys need to recognize that.
No.
You should protest that Trey Lance has a chance.
It's Joe.
This
Joe's the one that's egging this on right
this
now.
is a whole video.
He's trying to make me mad.
I agree, but this is a whole video itself, and we gotta just finish this one before we get into that
Colts
one.
kind of talked about them. Cowboys, I dropped them down 5 spots. They lost. I feel like I did have them like too high, so I dropped the Cowboys down.
Thank you.
Nice.
You're
Cool.
welcome, I guess.
Cardinals,
I said the Cowboys need to go back to reality. No, they're back to reality.
number 10.
But they're still not a bad team.
They're not.
Cardinals at 9. They stay in the same spot. It was a really close game versus the Cowboys. They seem like a very similar team right now. I know one of those teams had the win. They kind of seem like they're on the decline a little bit.
Arizona's in trouble.
I agree.
They're going to get James Conner back for the playoffs at least, which he's been a touchdown machine. That could definitely help
No
out.
D-Hop.
No D-Hop.
No D-Hop.
I didn't think it was going to be an issue. It's probably going to be an issue.
Yep.
Patriots move up by 2. They beat a bad team by a lot of points.
Yep. 40.
Nice.
40 points.
That's a lot of points.
How many?
40.
Oh wow.
It was 50 to 10.
Whoa.
I expected them to dominate, but like they dominated even more than I expected. Like they did great. Patriots, good team. Good team.
Good team.
Good team. I would like to see this matchup again. Bills at
I
Patriots.
think that's what's going to happen so right now.
Oh.
This is what I would like to see because I do not know what I would do about
I want to
that.
say almost
I'd pick
every
the Bills.
wild card weekend game is like a divisional game.
This is awesome football stuff.
Oh yeah. Bills. Some people have the Bills pretty high.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel like that's really risky to have them high and to have a lot of confidence in them right now.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, but so far the Bills and the Patriots are playing, and the Chargers and the Chiefs are playing for the AFC. It's Bengals Colts. That's not divisional, but those two are divisional. And then
Bengals, Colts. that's
so
the
it's
game right there.
switched. So right now the Philadelphia Eagles are playing the Rams.
Rams.
Oh, yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
And the AFC, I feel like that's almost best case scenario for a playoff, for like 3 playoff
Oh, yeah.
matchups. Like that, I don't know if
that's
you could
nice.
set it up any
That's
better than
nice.
that.
I wonder if they could be interlocked. I don't know how it all works at the end of next week, but hey, we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm moving the Titans up. I've been the biggest critic of the Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
They've had an incredible span of 3 weeks, even with the loss versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was it was the most dominating loss I may have ever seen.
Wow.
This is with full anticipation that Derrick Henry is going to be back.
He's practicing today.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
is back to practice.
Today?
He's not gonna. I don't think there's any way he plays in Week 18.
No.
The
Why would
bye
he?
week.
They were saying that there are talks that he might.
I think he should. Not gonna lie.
I mean, it is an important game. Who are they
I don't
playing?
think they should though.
Who are they playing? Do we know?
Houston, I think.
Yeah, Texans.
Okay, so is
You
it
know,
worth?
I
Is it
think-
worth bringing him back versus Houston?
What if he has a little rust on him?
Or they're gonna have a bye. I mean, like the bye
WD-40.
week to help him like get back in the mix with like practice and whatnot.
Yeah.
The bye week could be the best thing for the Titans, and with Derrick Henry on the Titans, I'm making it very clear. With Derrick Henry on the Titans are a scary team in the playoffs.
Yep.
They're a scary team, especially if they're playing every game in the playoffs at home. Bengals, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
tripping,
I'm
cuz.
scared about the Bengals.
No, you should be scared about
So-
is the Bucks.
So you are scared about the Bengals, but would you say that you're scared about the Bills?
Yes.
You are scared about the Bills.
Yes.
What
I even said that.
Because I have more faith in the Bills than I do the Bengals. I agree that they're both very great teams, but I would switch those two. That's just my 2 cents.
We do with the
The
Bucks.
Bengals are
dog.
just more complete. What do you mean? What am I doing with the Bucks?
Why are they still at 4 not moving?
They are a 4th place
No,
team.
they are not.
I will back that one up.
Why not, Joe? You just all that you are looking at right now is
Money.
no Antonio Brown, no Chris Godwin.
Oh yeah,
You forget everybody else that's on their team?
That doesn't matter. I forgot that's a huge. That doesn't mean anything.
But whenever they already had the best wide receiver core in the NFL and they lose those pieces, it's not as significant as if it would be like the Titans losing A.J. Brown. Like
You said it yourself. AB's not even cut yet.
Okay, if he
If
plays,
he
comes back, that will be something.
That'd be hilarious. I hope that actually happens.
They have their entire Super Bowl team from last year plus a couple pieces. Now they're down AB. We know Fournette's gonna. They've been playing without
that and acting like that's
What?
no big deal.
What?
The fact that AB and
Scotty Miller.
Godwin's not playing.
It is significant,
You're not treating it like you're acting like it's no big deal
but
whatsoever.
they're winning games.
They're fine.
They would have lost to the Jets. They would
wouldn't have.
have if the Jets cared.
They're winning games.
They got shut out by the Saints. I mean, off there's just no concern there.
Dude,
And they're at number 4.
I'm not saying that there's concern, but they're a good team. They have Tom Brady, who's a potential MVP. I don't think he's going to get it. He's playing great.
There's
They're
one
playing
word.
without Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is going to come back. You know as well as I do on how good of a season that he was having before he hurt his quad.
Yep, but they're still number 4.
Their defense is pretty dang good.
They're okay, yeah.
Their secondary, slightly questionable.
They're not number 4 team.
Them?
Then where are they at? Who's above them?
Joe, they're
Because if you say the Bengals, then you're really jumping hard in the Bengals after one win.
I mean, okay, first of all, after one win. Like, they haven't been dominating a bunch of games this year.
So who's above them?
I mean, I like the Bills more than the Bucks.
nice.
One-dimensional.
Yeah, but I don't like the Bucks with the injuries with the receivers. I don't like them.
But guess what? They're fine.
They're not
not
gonna
going
be
to do
fine.
anything.
They're not
bad.
going to be fine.
I mean, any of these teams can lose. I'm not saying there's like a far gap in between the Bucks and the Bills because I really don't think that it is, but I definitely think that the Bucks are better than the Bills right now. You got to remember the Bills struggled versus the Falcons hard. They struggled. They were losing at halftime versus the Falcons.
Horde.
And then Josh Allen had to come in and like
Run.
start running the ball himself, lowering his shoulder himself because he had to. It was desperation mode.
But they're fine.
The Bills aren't like a crazy good team. I mean, I picked the Bills to go to the Super Bowl,
Nice, me too.
and I don't feel good about that anymore.
Yeah, neither do I.
Rams are going to stay at 3. I question that pick, but like I don't there's nobody else that was like great enough for me to actually put in the 3 spot right now. Chiefs and Packers switch.
Flip-flop.
Chiefs lose. Packers win
Flip-flop.
dominantly again. The Packers are without a doubt the number 1 team. A couple people have Chiefs kind of lower, like 5, which I think is really stupid.
Who do they have at like 2?
Bengals.
Who do they have at 2?
I don't know.
Where do people have the Bucks at?
I don't
One.
know. I was just kind of looking at a couple after I made my list or whatever, and I was like, wow. I just remember seeing the Chiefs at like 5, and I'm like, wow.
Well, click that poll if you haven't already. Who's better, the Bucks or the 49ers with Trey Lance starting?
Trey Lance.
They're
start the playoff game. That's hilarious.
Again, I did not say that he was going to start.
Hilarious.
Again, I did not.
Dog.
Making it clear, I did not
Okay.
say he is going to start.
He pretty much did.
All right, no,
I did not.
This video is over.
I did not, because Joe just says there's no chance. And I said, Joe, you are absolutely wrong.
All right, sign off. Tell the people what do you think. This is your last.
Subscribe.
Sorry.
This is the last one.
Oh, this is
There's a lot of
the last
controversy.
one.
Last
Wow.
one.
About one thing.
This is probably the longest one.
Longest one.
It was
Trey
def-
Lance isn't starting in the playoffs, but this is it.
Say with me now. They're fine.
I know what you were going for.
We'll see you all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and drop a like.